With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, set. 70, Indy.
On first down, Peyton. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. That was shades of Tennessee Volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Manning. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They do go for it. It's Manning. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. They'll be caught by Rice. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they respond.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Manning. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Browns. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now, Peyton. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing is Manning on third down. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Ready, break.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Pilot, 64, wait. Let's go.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Manning dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 73 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness? The burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. On play action, it's Manning. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Manning. Man open, Rice. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Forced out to his left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, shoot.
43 43 is the money. All day. All day.
Shotgun now for Manning. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Hey, echo. What? Go.
Now Manning. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 3rd down, Peyton. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
You don't want no problem with me.
It's now 4th down and goal.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Well, now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception returned for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers, Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
Oh, it's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Manning, they complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 there, and a New Orleans 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again, and it's second down.
Got it.
52. Watch 52. 52 is the money. I'm coming.
Throwing again. Manning gets this one to Hill. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Mike 52. Here we go. Double time. Hey, 4 down.
Get it.
Back to him on first down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. On second down, Dickerson. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And now time has run out on this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Justin Burris. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Come on, set. Carry 2 stop.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down. Alert. Kill.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. To try again after the sack. Manning, that one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Operating from the gun. Manning flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, you and I have made our predictions for Super Bowl. Bowl 54. Well, coming soon, the official Madden NFL 20 Super Bowl prediction. Something Madden folks do every year is predict how they think the big game is going to play out. And that prediction, with the help, by the way, from Peyton and Eli Manning, is going to be revealed on Thursday, January 30th, 9 Eastern. Go to EA.com/theprediction to check it out. And keep playing Madden to feed the machine and tell us who you think will win as well. Again, it's EA.com/theprediction. He's got it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Manning. Flush to his right. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy, because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong, because they have plenty of leg.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play fake. Mayfield tries for Rice, intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Get it.
Now a play fake. Manning. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Looks good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 27-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield now. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. A quick sidestep here, CD. The NFL doing something kind of neat for its 100th season, which wraps up with Super Bowl 54. They're inducting a 20-man class, a centennial class, into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. Now, a number of modern-day candidates won't be announced until the night before the Super Bowl, but 15 have already been announced, and it's a pretty good list so far. Guys like Harold Carmichael, Bobby Dillon, Alex Karras, Donnie Shell, Duke Slater, a number of others in there as well, CD.
Yeah, you're right about that, and what this does is they hope it helps ease the backlog of some of the great candidates that are out there. You know, a Max Speedy and Ed Sprinkle, people may have forgotten about, but they were tremendous during their time frame. And we did get to see, if you're watching television, coaches Bill Cowher and Jimmy Johnson receive their invitation to Canton from the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And we saw those announcements live. It was so much fun, wasn't it? And the emotion that came through. And let's not forget Executive George Young, who built the New York Giants back in the day with Bill Parcells and crew to win Super Bowls. And former Commissioner Paul Tagliabue, he presided over the big growth of the league. And contributor Steve Sable of NFL Films, who should have been in a long time ago. Without NFL Films, I don't think we have the number of fans watching the game today.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 72 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
You don't see me in your nightmares, son. You King.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 49 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Saints 48, Browns 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem.
We always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football, Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
70,
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good for the Saints. 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 2nd down now, Dickerson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Set 18 Gator.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
Get that ball.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Dickerson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
SOS. Kill. Safe.
80 weapon. Shoot.
Manning looking to throw it. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about it.
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.